particular about a man called Aloysius Dawson?
Who doesn't know the man? I think he intervened personally to put an end to the police strike of last August.
What else can you tell me about him?
Aloysius Dawson is exactly the kind of powerful and influential man who could commit murder and get away with it, with just one phone call.
What can you tell me about this district?
I'm the one asking questions, especially when there's a killer on the loose.
What killer?
I'm not going to discuss that with the civilians, sir.
Haven't I told you about the investigation I'm conducting? Perhaps I could help you.
All right, without giving you too much information, I'll tell you this. I'm convinced there is a homicidal maniac on the loose, using the epidemic to disguise his kills.
Oh.
And what about the epidemic?
We both know the situation is critical, don't we, Doctor? Colleagues of mine die almost every day.
What are you really doing here?
I told you. I'm a detective inspector from Scotland Yard, investigating suspicious cases in the area.
Do you work alone?
Yes, the situation is difficult for the police. Many of us are sick, and since the summer strike, most men apply a work to rule on their patrols.
What about the situation in the East End? Why are there no police there to protect the civilians?
I know, it's a shame, but we just don't have enough men to cover the entire city.
Why are you investigating at night?
Criminals rarely act in daylight, you know. But since you are also a night worker, have you noticed anything strange which requires police attention?
Jeffrey McCullum.
I'd like to report a name, Inspector. Jeffrey McCullum. I'm afraid he's some sort of vigilante, trying to recruit an army of angry citizens.
Then I'll write the name down and transmit this intelligence to the appropriate office. Thank you, sir.
Tell me all you know about that homicidal maniac you're looking for.
I'm not even sure there is only one. The wounds are always the same, but the modus operandi varies. Sometimes violent and brutal, sometimes precise and swift.
How could different killers inflict the same wounds?
That's my main problem. If my theory is correct, maybe we're facing a group of individuals sharing the same violent tendencies. Perhaps a sadist cult.
What are you investigating, exactly?
Well, my 2 missing persons cases have been solved. By you, it seems. Are you just that lucky? Or do you know something I don't?
I was lucky enough to find them both while conducting my investigation in this part of town.
Why do I still have the feeling that you're hiding something? What about the abductor? Was it the same person?
I don't think so. You had better interview Miss Teasdale and Mr. Kimura on that matter. All I did was to lead them safely home.
That's who he was on about.
Goodbye, Detective Inspector Albright.
Goodbye, Dr. Jonathan Reid. I'm sure we'll talk again soon.
Oh, blood. New hideout. Hell yeah. There's nothing in here. Wait, where's the bed? Oh. I'm gonna say there's literally nothing to loot. Which is very uncommon. Literally nothing in here. Nothing of important. Weird. I don't have anything I really want to upgrade either. Level 30? Whoa! I'm kidding. Fuck off.
That leech is small! We have to stop it!
Haha. There we go. Oof. Alright. Not something I can go through. No. No, I wanted to just go over here to open up the shortcut. So I'm sure this leads back to... yeah, near Whitechapel. Door has been unlocked. Oh boy. There we go. I think that's the only one there is. Yeah. Dude. Ooh, close one. Ooh, this'll heal me. Yes. Nice. It does not heal much though. Oil. Will this lead to... I'm assuming that's his mansion. I'm not sure though. Yeah, I think this probably is his mansion actually. There is one person I've not spoke to. As far as I'm aware. Yeah, there's one guy, that guy with the turban. And I'm curious. I don't even know how I get to him, to be honest. And there's Charles. Those two still on the bench? Yep. Yeah, he's down here.
It's
well,
locked.
I can't get in that way. Is there like an entrance down here? Aha! There we go. Down into the crypt. What the hell are these? What? Oh, it's one of these. Oh, cool. The crime of lost knowledge. Vampires are dangerous, deadly, vicious sometimes. This is a fact and I won't deny it. And that's precisely why we must understand what they are, sometimes who they are, in order to achieve a better mutual understanding. Do you remember the interview with Titus Flavius Josephus? Conducted by one of us in 1548 when he finally encountered the creature in Spain. Do you remember how each of the very carefully chosen words expressed by this vampire warmed our heart each time we read them? For they were all extraordinary windows to a past which we only have glimpses. Well, Titus Flavius Josephus is no more, since the Vatican's hunters destroyed him a few weeks ago. And with him vanishes unearthed treasures of knowledge about the pillars of our civilization. This is a crime probably as heartbreaking as the killing of an innocent life by a vampire. This is exactly why the Path of the Guard of Pruin is a criminal as it is barren, that each time they successfully conduct one of their methodical hunts on the old vampires of England, instead of carefully and respectfully approaching them, they destroy a part of our common roots with the immortals. They wipe out an opportunity. The concept of great hunt is a crime, for it blindly kills words and thoughts. Drinking at the Fountain of Knowledge. Usher Talltree, is that who you are?
Jonathan Reid. At last we meet. The cards warned me you would visit tonight.
I beg your pardon, sir. Do I know you?
Of course you do. Our mutual friend, Dr. Swansea, can't speak highly
Oh, it
enough
is
of you.
Usher Talltree.
My name is Usher. Usher Talltree.
You are the leader of the Brotherhood, are you not?
Primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, to be precise. I'm really glad we met tonight. I love it when the cards tell me a truth.
The cards told you to expect me.
Yes, they tell me everything. They told me that you struggle hard not to take too many lives.
Oh.
Is there anything you could tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Aloysius Dawson. Yes, of course. We met on several occasions. With time, he got deeper and deeper into the occult.
He's not the only one. It's been quite the fashion for several decades. The Golden Dawn, for instance, is just one example.
True. Aloysius was a member of the Golden Dawn until 1900. Then his thirst for dark knowledge grew. I'm talking forbidden texts, readings which blackened his heart.
Okay. Is that both of them? Hey, we got him. Level 6? What the fuck?
How do you measure the amount of blood on my hands?
I told you. The cards always tell the truth. Well, most of the time.
Is it possible to tell me my future?
A vampire's fate is much more delicate to read, Doctor. But I can try.
All right. Let me hear it.
The walls of your prison have already been raised, Jonathan. But you will freely accept to be locked inside, full of hope for a better day.
Oh.
I would rather not know. How do you...
I told you.
Is it... All right.
Wall.
Weird. I don't know why they let me do both.
May I ask you about the Brotherhood?
Of course. But I must warn you that there are some subjects we consider taboo, in spite of our fondness and acceptance of your kind.
I know there is no love lost between the Guard of Priwen and the Brotherhood. What caused this rift?
It was 1801. The Brotherhood was stronger then, a strength that made them hungry for ever greater power. An argument divided them, and the wound never healed.
What was the nature of the disagreement?
The problem was that both sides considered themselves the legitimate heirs of the original Brotherhood. We divide up the books, the relics, not always fairly or with consideration.
Who founded the Brotherhood?
That's precisely the kind of question I cannot answer. It is delicate and may reveal some of our secret traditions.
So you're not just a club of academics and scholars?
Once upon a time, very long ago,
Maybe.
the Brotherhood did more than simply study the vampires. They took actions to eliminate the more ferocious and corrupted.
What can you tell me about the neighborhood?
I really don't know. I don't often go outside. And when I do, it's usually to quite distant destinations.
So you see nothing in the stars for me? You're a poor fortune teller then.
Oh, I can tell you many things, but they will only concern you, not the city. For example, I know that you offered your sister the final rest she asked for.
Oh, wow.
Do the cards speak of my Mary?
No. It's the burning aura of guilt that precedes you everywhere you go.
Read my fortune, then.
You have been chosen, Jonathan. I see on you the mark of a strong being, so powerful it needn't even reveal its strength.
Well, you're not wrong. I have been marked by a strong being.
Tell me about yourself. What do you do here, besides turning cards in the middle of the night?
I'm for most a charlatan. For a few, I'm a vampire. And for you, I'm the primate of St. Paul's Stole.
Some believe you to be a vampire. Who?
The Guard of Priwen, who else? For a time, they sent spies to observe my activities, and they even broke into my home to gather proof.
Did they steal anything from you?
A personal notebook they quickly took to their headquarters. All they had to do is to look at me. I'm aging. What better and definite proof that I'm not an immortal?
Do you want your notebook back?
If you ever find it, I'd be glad to have it back, of course. I do ask one thing, though. Do not read it, Jonathan. Some secrets are not meant to be revealed, even to immortals.
Okay.
For how long have you been a primate?
It was 15 years last year.
What do you make of Dr. Swansea?
Edgar is a brilliant and dedicated man. A man of his time, sometimes a little muddled, but always looking for new paths and new concepts.
Can you read the cards for me?
Are you sure you want to know what they will reveal?
Yes, I am.
It will cost you 150 shillings.
Oh. No thanks.
Perhaps later. How did you learn about Mary? And spare me the hocus-pocus parlor tricks. The truth, now!
Swansea told me. Don't look at me like that. His task is to observe and gather information about vampires. He had to tell me about Mary.
Mary did not deserve her fate. She had already suffered enough during her life. And yet the pain and the suffering went on after her death.
Suffering is part of the immortal condition. Some prefer to lose their minds rather than face the simple truth. Pain will never stop.
Goodbye, sir. Until we meet again.
I rarely wander, yet it amuses me to converse with your kind. The Red River, the Song in the Dark, the wisdom.
Okay, so where does this investigation go? Oh, this is the last one. Yay! Oh god, it's there? Wait. Pandora's box. It's in the theatre. It looks to be. I'm wondering the best way of getting to it. Yeah, that's definitely the theatre. So yeah, very odd. I'm just wondering the best way to do this. Oops. Ah! Ooh. Because going down here leads to this. Yeah, screw it actually. There won't be any enemies, so it'll work out pretty well, I think. Yeah, there is no enemies here. Well, there is. There's the two guys up there, but they won't bother me. So it's all good. And then, yep, left here. Again, oh, never mind. Oh shit. I need my health. Okay, good. Ooh. Oh yeah, they got me away from her. Kaboom! Oh, what? Dude, you let me miss. Ooh. There we go. Then through here and straight ahead. To an extent. There we go. Hooray! Assuming I'm able to go... Eh? Oh, I can't get in! No! That was one hell of a long drop. In which case... Oh. What? Jesus. How the hell? He's like the only guy that does not get stunned. It's honestly insane. Right, so if I run all the way through here... Yep. Can I also not get in here? You are kidding. Right, so I can't do that yet. Son of a bitch. I guess we'll just do Aloysius, Dawson's, or unnatural selection. Until I'm able to get into the theatre, which I'm assuming is where that is. Yeah. Bloody shame. Oh. Woo! Close one. There we go. Got him! Alright. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Where... It's over here. Oh, she saw me. I should have guessed that it'd be a quest I couldn't do. Lame, though. Very lame. Oh, he didn't see me. Nice. Just let Jonathan go for a nice old jog. Can't believe it. I left all the way over there for no bloody reason. Typical. Bloody typical. Here's what it is, I suppose. Boo-boo-doo. Enter his mansion. It's weird that this doesn't have a thing. Like a mission marker. Something I would have expected, to be honest, but nope. Doesn't he exist? I suppose it doesn't really need to. It's fairly obvious where it is. Boom. We're here. I think. Yep. Oh, it's a new area. Oh. Whoa.
Dawson's mansion. Here I am at last.
Follow Lord Redgrave's.
The question remains. Am I ready to make a dying man my progeny?
No, not really. Don't really care for it. It just seems like a bad idea. For starters, I really don't think he's going to survive. Which is the first issue. I just don't think he has the, the vitality to survive it. I just really don't. But before I do anything, I should really just roam around his mansion and loot all that I can. Nope. Newspaper article. Execution of John Francis Sparrow. John Francis Sparrow, 21, has been hung this morning in the prison of Pentonville. Mr. Sparrow was sentenced to death after being found guilty in the murder of his sister, Alexandra Sparrow. Until the end, the man claimed he was innocent. No formal proof of his presence at the crime scene was ever brought to the court. But he has been sentenced to death and executed anyway. Scotland Yard refused to reopen the case despite the many holes in the chain of events, which ended with the death of Miss Sparrow. Charles Albright, who conducted the inquiry of Scotland Yard, refused to answer any of our questions, but 3 weeks ago he's demoted without any official explanation. What a strange way to reward an efficient inquiry. Leighton Derby.
Reduced in rank for falsely accusing a man of murder. I wonder what Inspector Albright thinks about his punishment.
Nope. So where is he? Music's super somber. Right. Have I met everybody at this point? Yay! I now know everyone. Hoorah, it only took most of the game.
It's locked, all right.
It's locked, all right. So where is he? He just sat over here just waiting patiently. Oh yeah, he is. Yeah, there he is. Just waiting to be turned.
It's
Another.
locked.
Ah, come on. This might be the easiest, pillar character choice we've ever had. Oh.
Finally you're here, Dr. Reid. What took you so long?
I had to pass several of your barricades and outposts to access your mansion, sir.
Death, pestilence surround us, and time is against me.
I see you've gathered some of the most expensive, albeit experimental, blood transfusion equipment available. All this could be so useful in a hospital.
Yes. Since Lord Redgrave sent me a doctor to perform my conversion, I thought you might find some of these devices useful.
Most thoughtful. But tonight I'm not here as a physician.
but I feel reassured that a specialist such as yourself would help me to escape the Reaper.
Very well. But before I proceed, I have a few questions for you.
If you must, but be quick, for I don't have much time left in this life.
First of all, I need to be sure that you know exactly what is going to happen to you, sir.
I can assure you I'm as informed as any man can be. I have planned for this moment, Dr. Reid. Planned very carefully.
Sir, I'm going to end your life. Do you not wish to discuss the procedure for even a minute?
I don't have a minute to indulge in idle chatter. I can't feel my legs. And the cold, so cold.
Nah.
I will become your maker. Do you understand what that means?
Well, I certainly won't consider you my liege or some such drivel. You can be assured of that.
You'll need to feed on warm blood. Blood from mortals. How do you feel about that?
I'm rich, Dr. Reid, and powerful. I'm sure I'll be able to acquire all the blood I need without ever having to sully my own hands.
What do you know about the Guard of Priwen?
What I do know is that I'll crush anyone or anything that would dare to oppose me.
Let's move on then.
Please, I'm cold and tired. I feel my life waning with every moment.
But first, before you embrace immortality, what would you do with such a gift?
That's a rather impertinent question, Dr. Reid, and I will do as I please.
Answer me all the same. What will your first action be as an immortal?
To save London. I will finance the most efficient quarantine ever seen. I will build a wall that will separate the sick boroughs from the healthy ones.
Who gave you the right to decide the fate of thousands of people?
My money. My money and my pending immortality gives me the needed authority, Doctor. I'm a businessman. I'm used to tough decisions.
You really plan to build a quarantine wall across London?
Yes, it will be tall and strong, separating the wheat from the chaff.
By doing so, you will also create two separate prisons.
Come, sir. An eminent doctor like yourself knows that such radical measures have proved efficient in the past.
Let me guess. You mean to isolate the rich from the poor?
This is a desperate measure for desperate times. England must prevail, Doctor, no matter the cost.
Quarantine is not a bad idea, medically speaking, but I'm convinced this epidemic will not be contained by mere walls.
As long as the right people are on the right side of the wall, that's all that matters.
But you can't guarantee infection will not spread. Just one contagious carrier would be enough to create an apocalypse.
The apocalypse is already knocking at the gate. We must be strong now.
What if a new outbreak happens inside your walls? You'll have created a giant trap.
That won't happen, as long as we dispose of anyone that is contaminated as soon as they are spotted.
I've heard enough. It's time to proceed.
At last. All right, do what you have to do. If it hurts, so be it. I've been preparing such a long time for this.
Oh! I can kill him? Nah. Turn him to make him a vampire, or I can charm him to forget the fear of dying. Yes.
Listen to me, Aloysius Dawson. You will forget your fear of dying, for it has poisoned your mind and made you bitter and ruthless since the death of your twin brother.
You don't understand. Death is oblivion, the eternal void. I know there's nothing there. I saw it in Robert's empty eyes. I saw myself in that coffin.
Death is painful for those who remain, not for those who have passed. All that occult gibberish you filled your head with has made you forget this simple truth.
No! Death will not claim me. I have the power and the money. I've acquired the arcane knowledge needed. I believe there is magic. There are dark forces. You will provide me my extension.
Your ignorance makes you a fool. You have no idea. Look at me. Hunted like a beast. My family lost, cursed. I have not escaped death. I have become it.
No, there must be a way. I don't want to go like my brother did. I have money, lots of money.
Money won't ease your mind. I know you used to be a good and generous man, so I offer you the gift of peace, Aloysius. The tranquility of a true death.
I accept your offer, and I understand. No more fear, I will die a man of dignity, and a man at peace.
Hooray! I think turning him would have been the worst choice. Ooh. Hey, mesmerise level 5. Let's go and kill Dr. Tobias. Father Tobias. Woohoo! Whoa. Is that Redgrave?